I thought I'd make a quick video about EMDR, which I've been using for the last few days and I found very helpful. The reason I wanted to do this was because there's quite a lot of stuff online about EMDR, but mostly from the point of view of a used by therapists. EMDR was discovered by a psychologist who was simply walking through the woods and discovered the benefit of flicking her eyes from side to side and the effect that it had on her body. That is really simply the most that anyone has really been able to say about it. No one quite knows why it works. We just know that it has a positive effect on the mind and the body. Various theories have been brought up, but I don't really want to kind of go into them here. The point I'm making is it was discovered by a person who used it without any kind of gadgetry, who used it outside any kind of therapeutic method, just on her own. And so I thought, well, why not give it a whirl in my own home? The only special qualification or understanding that I have that maybe some other people don't is to do with mindfulness, and I'm quite experienced in being able to take notice of feelings in the body, and that feelings mean something like energy in the body. Right, so that is, I would say, that was a prerequisite of being able to use the EMDR yourself at home. But beyond that, really, I kind of don't see any barrier to anyone using it. So let me give you an example of how I've used it successfully. If I feel a strong emotion, like, for example, jealousy towards a person, I will simply, even walking along, focus on the feelings of jealousy of that person, and where they are in the body. Actually, no, obviously walking along is not ideal, but I would use that if I was feeling particularly distressed. So probably best to sit down, maybe close your eyes or open them, it doesn't really matter. And then I would focus on the feeling of jealousy, and then simply, and obviously it looks a bit weird, just move my eyes from side to side, feeling the feelings of jealousy in the body, the stress, the strain, the colour of it, the talk of it, for about 10 seconds. And then after that, you stop, you can take a breath, if you like. Oxygen is always good. And then you just feel the feelings again, and maybe not after the first one, but and then you repeat. You see, have the feelings of jealousy changed, or is there any different feeling in the body? Has maybe something like pain risen up, something more kind of like a knot risen up in the body? And then so you focus on that, you decide what it is, and then you repeat. Fairly fast, as you can do it. Doesn't matter whether you do it with your eyes closed or your eyes open. If you're in company, you probably want to close your eyes, otherwise people might think you're having a fit. Then stop again, take a breath. You should definitely begin to feel a relaxation at this point, or change at least. And really that's all there is to it. You keep repeating this until, well, as long as you want, really. I mean, you can track feelings. I mean, the reason I'm making this video is because feelings have changed for me from something like focusing on a traumatic episode that's really stuck with me a long time through my childhood, from my adolescence, and tracking that through through the pain, the trauma of being separated or being told off, through to the anxiety that produces. Then that might move to something else. I might remember a linked event, or I might come to realise that perhaps, you know, even though I was told off or something, my parents still love me. It moves around a lot, and I think it seems that the best explanation of EMDR is that it helps process thoughts and quicker. So it seems to speed up the normal process of like coming to terms with things that the mind does. It's also been useful going to sleep. I mean, even feelings that are just tension in the body, like, I don't know, if you're feeling, you know, if you're trying to get to sleep and you're actually feeling horny, it's very useful for softening any kind of emotion there. It's just a very useful thing. Caveat, I'm not a trained psychologist. However, as some people have said, this makes them feel queasy, but I mean, I can't see how it really would be damaging, or any more damaging than practicing meditation at home, which also brings about some fairly extreme emotional states. I hesitate to say that the psychotherapeutic industry has hijacked this, but however, I would point out that they only seem to teach it to people who've already got psychological training, whereas the point I'm making in this video is that it can be done anywhere at home without any software or special understanding, by people who are just simply trying to understand their own feelings. If you're interested in, I didn't script this, I just spoke off the cuff, so if there's a point that I'm not making very clearly, or you need to know any more information, post a comment below and take it from there. Thanks for watching.